Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Gamestah TV1 with our continued coverage of the ZOWIE Gamestah Overwatch League. Thanks for joining us here in Twitch tonight. It's been a fantastic night so far. We've had two very quick matches. We're into round number 3 of our Swiss format bracket, and you'd be forgiven for thinking we've got a new team on screen for you, Conviction. Well, they're not a new team, they're a new organization, but they were the team formerly signed with Dismay Blue. So we've seen them here on Gamestah TV1. You can check out VODs of Dismay Blue from last week and the week before on our YouTube channel. But tonight they are rebranded as Conviction, and they're going up against Global Sanction. Your casters once again for this match are going to be Gamestah, EJ, and GyMaR. And EJ, that second match, a surprising result, and maybe we'll get another surprise result in this one.
Well, I think we might, in fact. Both teams are coming into this match, third round match, 1 win, 1 loss. So 50-50 for the first 2 rounds of the match itself. GyMaR Kings Road, it's an assault and payload map. It's one of the hybrid maps. Got some very tight choke points on it, and we should see some good action.
Yeah, Kings Row is a map that a lot of teams have practiced a lot, so both these teams will be really familiar with the map, and that should be good because it means they should have some strats already.
Now, we've got one other person in our spec, which I'll get Squiggsy to kick his ass out of there. We don't have coaches, unfortunately, because both teams can't have one. Gracias. And we are ready. Casters are ready to rock and roll. So, the teams taking part tonight, we have Global Sanction, and that is Taken, Render, Soundwaves, Buggerlugs, Wreck, and Soch. And take us through the Conviction, formerly Dismay Blue team, please, GyMaR.
So we've got Dr. Nutter, Funky, Defocus, Woodsy, Slipped, and Claves.
All right, so 2 good teams here. As I said, they're 1-1. We're just waiting to see. I wasn't even reading that chat there. You might have been reading the chat. Is someone away, AFK? No, we're just readying up. Good. Get it ready to get rolled. Shout out to Oz Ronnie, by the way, and everyone else having a listen in Twitch chat. If you're waiting in between games, don't forget to go and check out zowies.com website. Pick yourself up some fantastic computer gear, fantastic monitors, mice, mats, all your peripherals you need to be a fantastic esports player. Get on over to ZOWIE and check that out. And if you need a good headset, I've got to recommend Plantronics to you, GyMaR. I got a set of the 500 HD ones, the Rig 500 HD, and goddamn, they are comfortable.
That's the same headset that's being given for the MVP award, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not because, well, it is, but we got 3 of them. We originally had 1, but shout out to Plantronics for getting behind the ZOWIE Gamestah Overwatch League. They have increased their sponsorship to 3 headsets for the MVP pool. So every broadcast match, we nominate an MVP, and it is GyMaR tonight picking those. So butter him up on Twitch chat with some lovely compliments about his commentary if you want yourself in with a chance for an MVP.
This should be a good match here. I mean, both these teams have been playing for quite a while. I think this may have been playing for longer than Global Sanction, but Global Sanction have some good players. They recently picked up Soundwaves, who you see on Soldier at the moment. He used to play for Kampfgriff Primed, who are a very good team. So it should be interesting to see how he's meshing with the new team and to see how he plays.
Shout out to Presh as well, having a listen. We got 37 seconds till we get this one underway. Woodsy's doing a shout out to his mum, and Splip is as well. So Splip says, I think 9:30 tomorrow, pick you up, Mrs. Woodsy's mum.
Do something.
We are outside the hotel here is the setup, so they're just holding back. Now, I think we're going to see some high alley action. They'll probably cross over to the clock's perch there to get above the capture point. I find teams that get the high ground here, go through that movie theater and up the alleys, usually have a good assault. Some teams I've seen come right round through the halls. In fact, GyMaR come round behind the point on offense.
Yeah, it really just depends how you want to do it. Some teams opt for a quick push along the ground just to try and get on the point as quickly as possible and try and surprise the other team. And I think that's what the team's going to opt for this time, following that left wall.
All right, so game is underway here. We are on Kings Road. This is round 3 action of the ZOWIE Gamestah Overwatch League. And the push has occurred, and they are coming into the point right now. and that is Conviction just peppering them, cutting through the hotel. So they've cut through the hotel, round the back here. The halls have been held, the high ground, by the boy from Global Sanction. And Woodsy just dropping back there. Points being contested. And it looks like that was a successful push.
Yeah, we saw Farah just go to the high ground straight away and get the flank going. And while they were distracted, the team pushed through. And so showing some really good coordination here with flanks.
All right, so Conviction have managed to secure that payload. Now get it underway here. And we're down in front of the bookstore, I guess, for the next encounter. Although they should be able to push it through past the bookstore. And they'll probably hit the pub when it's going to occur. The hook comes out from the perch there. Doesn't get anyone, just a big air swing. Now the two class outs for both teams. The hero selection, pretty standard for a Kings Road. GyMaR.
Yeah, it's pretty common to see all these heroes. The odd thing for the Conviction side is they have 3 tanks at the moment, which a lot of teams have been experimenting with and is working quite well.
All right, so the ultimates are going off here. Oh, there's a death from above. The barrage comes in, and Deficus picks up, at least a triple there, I think that was. GyMaR capitalizing on the Zarya's ultimate.
Yeah, it's very, very coordinated play, very good. Render here is just going to try and delay for his team, but looks like he's going to be picked off.
Looks like Render's going to take one for the team at the moment. There he goes, down with a sledgehammer to the face. And Woodsy just sitting on the card here, pushing it through with the team.
Looks like Sok missed his charge and he went too far, and that could cost them because he was a bit overextended, took some damage to his shield, which he wouldn't have otherwise.
That damage could come into play now. They've just stopped the cart prior to the point before it hits the horseshoe when it all gets real, and they push into that final point. Wreck just keeping them out of there. Buggerlugs is with him. And that shield did seem to work for Soch. It hasn't dropped on him yet. Well, it's kept him going. As I say that, he dies. Caster's curse, GyMaR. Caster's curse indeed.
Yeah, and defensive res coming up. Again, on Gibraltar we saw that defensive res at the end of fights, and I'm not really a big fan of it because it often means that your Mercy will not have to res up for the next fight, which is when they'll really need it.
When the big push comes with the roll on, yeah.
So it could be interesting to see if Taken does not have a res next fight, but I mean, it depends how much back and forth is exchanged. You can sometimes charge up to a new res off of skirmishing, but if they do a quick push in here from Conviction, it could be the end of this point for Global Sanction.
I've got you in
Hitting the front of this card here. Wreck gets in there. Soch tries to block it. Claves and Woodsy are in there for the opposition, just smacking them. Splits getting the hammer swinging. And the Mercy's in. Deficus picks up Soch. That's the one they wanted to get, but Buggerlugs gets 2. No, it was Render with the double, I should say. Oh, Buggerlugs dreams of getting 2. GyMaR, he'd go home and make a bloody video if he got a 2. He'd be pretty
And
happy.
we saw that res wasn't needed from Taken, which is lucky for Global Sanction, because now he has another res for the next fight, but if that fight had gone differently, we could have seen a much different situation.
Well, other than Render there, Reaper, and Soch is at 93%, the boys from Global Sanction are about to have all the ultimates ready, so they're set for defense at the moment. 3:33 on the clock here. And it's up to Conviction. And if you're just joining the cast, this is the old Dismay Blue, renamed Conviction. And here they come. They're attacking left and right. So this time they've picked the left-hand side of the map. Oh, Split comes straight down mid to the front of the cart. Well, the back of the cart in this case. And gets pushed into the metro. He's going to go and catch a train home. Couldn't push the cart, so packs up his gear, holds his laptop away, and off he goes in the metro. Nice defense again by Global Sanction there.
Soundwaves is using rocket jump off the payload to get this high ground, and that's really surprising the Conviction side. They haven't really been dealing with him very well. He can shoot over the shield there, as you see.
Now, you really want to hold the high ground on any map in Overwatch. It definitely gives you a distinct advantage. You see it with the pros all the time. They do hold the high ground. And the actions occurred at the back of the card here. Buggerlugs gets caught in the ultimate, but there's no consequence. It burns out and he ducks away. Soch pushes right forward to the corner there. And this is the strength of the Reinhardt on this part of the map. Can be very difficult to get past if you've got someone who times their shield well.
Till Valhalla. Damage increase.
And GyMaR, they are regrouping here to try to push through. Woodsy's bouncing on the cart, but it's often a 2-on-3 or a 2-on-4 situation. The boys from Conviction not hitting as a 6 at this stage. But when they do, they lose a couple quickly.
Yeah, they.
Oh, and you might want to keep an eye on Rekt. Rekt is going around the... Rekt is going to come around behind them here is the Roadhog.
He's going to need to get a pick to shut down these pushes. As you see, the defensive side doesn't have many ults anymore. They use quite a few last push, so this is the time for Conviction to really make a good push.
Yeah, they've got a Pharaoh with an ult, and also their Mercy's ready to wreck. And Claves the Reapers come up high here onto the perch above the metro to the roof here. Taken's up on the catwalk above, just doing the med work. Great med work from Taken tonight, keeping his teammates all nicely charged.
Yeah,
And
well, I
another
saw a
successful hold
beautiful
by
ult
Global
there.
Sanction.
That Reinhardt ult was just quality from Soch there, and it really just shuts down the push so quickly, that area of effect stun, and you can output a lot of damage before that stun disappears.
All right, payload's rolling back now. Global Sanction defense is solid and holding. And the boys from Conviction up against it here. Time on the clock is rapidly disappearing on them, so they coming straight downstairs to mid. It's a mad push with 40 seconds on the clock here. This is Conviction's last chance to get this one. Capture the next point, get some time on the clock. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. They've come out up the top here. GyMaR, the defense is off. The Cleave lets his ultimate rip.
Yeah,
No one's on the cart. They've gone back and got the cart. Soch is there with him. Oh, Soch lets rips, knocks them all on their ass. Doesn't pick up the kills, has it? He does. In fact, he got a double. Oh, he undersold Soch. What a legend. Soch picking up a double there off his ultimate. That'll get a play of the day. Barrage coming in from Defecus. But I think they're going to hold GyMaR. I think they're going to hold.
yeah, Taken had another res. That's the second res of this fight, which he's used.
And a big ulti from Lucci as well there. The overtime's ticking off. Someone's got to get in and touch this cart. And here comes the little Woodsy sneaking around from the back. Ninja Woodsy tries to get in there. Split jumps through with the Winston. Drops his shield. Gets the back of the cart touch. Keeps overtime going. They need a push on. Mercy's in. That's Dr. Nutter. Dr. Nutter's Dr. Deader. As Mercy got absolutely, sorry, DBA got absolutely owned there. And there we go. That's the hold. So
Yeah, very
not
strong
too
defense
bad. They
from
pushed it
Global
to the
Sanction.
metro. Yeah, they got it to the metro. They didn't get inside. Competitive round. I'll give it a competitive round. All right, Plantronics player of the round here, GyMaR. It is Render. For a minute there, I thought we were going to see a play of the day without a Q being pressed, and I was going to be impressed. But shout out to you, Render. You press Q with the best of them.
Unfortunately, it not making that much difference as the Mercy res came out.
That's exactly right.
Well, he timed it, didn't he? He timed it for after the Mercy res. That's what seemed to happen. So he killed a bunch of them. Then the Mercy res came through, and then he popped his Q.
Ah, well, there you go. Aren't we lucky we got Crisis? See, Crisis, you should be paying attention to these games. You're a great analyst. Probably a great, I won't say the other one again, but you're probably great at that as well.
Due to the point system, that means that Conviction did not score an attacking point. And so
Nope.
to tie up the game here, they have to hold the defense the same as Global Sanction did.
I want to do a huge shout out to Squizzy doing the admin work here tonight. And the community appreciates all the work that the volunteers put in, whether they be admin in comps like this for GameStar, turning up to LANs or whatever. If it wasn't for volunteers throughout our industry, esports in Australia would be absolutely nowhere. So shout out to you, Squizzy, and everyone in the community, thanks you for being here, admin tonight. And we probably should say thanks to Crisis for hosting. Do you think we should thank Crisis? GyMaR?
Yeah, probably. Might be a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Crisis. Sexiest South Africa. Best Pharaoh OCE, if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen. Crisis. If you manage to pair up with him on a server, ask him to go Pharaoh, you'll be very, very impressed.
I can't even take you seriously right now.
And we see Pharaohs on both sides here, so will they be
got
able
a lot
to
live
show
up to
Crisis?
when they got the Best Pharaoh OCE spec in the match. Crisis, keep your analysis ready. We'll need your expert opinion at the end of the game. GyMaR, don't forget we got to pick a MVP at the end of this one as well. So the boys from Conviction getting ready to attack this one out. Global Sanction have set up now on defense.
Conviction now on defense.
I got it totally wrong. I knew I would. Shout out to EJ for being a noob. Now, don't forget, we need 100 viewers to get into the Twitch channel, and we can open up the competition for the night, and that's an Overwatch t-shirt. So get your friends on. Here comes the push, though. Farah's up. Taken is with him. Got the power boost going. They've hit the clock tower ledge. The other Farah's in the window above. Sochi's already in on the point. Stepicus chases him, though, and snaps him down. So does Dr. Nada, picks up a kill. The push coming through the hotel seems to have been shut down. And we've got 2 players left alive, and it is the Farah taken as the Mercy. And a Render just dropping back behind the statue here. But Reaper's chasing them, so an ineffective opening push. And the boys from Conviction setting up a solid bit of defense.
Yeah, you've really got to get picks to be able to take a point as offense, and there we go, Rick gets a pick.
All right, so Soundwaves, and Soundwaves had a lot of fanboys in Twitch earlier tonight, so if you're a Twitch Soundwaves fanboy, give us a wave in Twitch chat, and Soundboy will watch that on the replay and be really happy. Wreck coming in, though, with the full hog, clearing the point out. And 3:49 left on the clock. That's a pretty good take. They took that on the second push in. GyMaR, which was pretty good. First one sussed him out, second one captured the point.
Yeah, it was good to see that. They really capitalized on that Reaper overextending on the defensive side. But it seems like they're now just skirmishing. I'm not really sure what they're attempting to do.
All right, defense setting up here between the bookstore and the pub. The cart's getting pushed through by the boys from Global Sanction. Render's coming up high now. Just hits that top perch. Mercy does the boost. And it's very effective combination. We see it all the time. GyMaR in these matches, and that is the Farah Mercy combination with the power boost. Funky, though, drops in to try and get his ult off. And I don't think he did, though. I could be wrong. I think no, he didn't. He got slapped down for his trouble. Render picks up a double as they push through to try and get this cart past the pub. Soldier 76 just scooting across. Soundwaves chasing up behind him now. And they have pushed it all the way through mid to the metro. And they're going to roll this one into this second point here fairly convincingly. GyMaR.
Yeah, Global Sanction really just showing what they showed on defense, which is that they are a very strong team.
They've stopped the meter out, and there they go. They touch it through. Soundwave with a quadra kill. Oh, huge play there. GyMaR, you can get a quadra kill. That's fantastic work. Ultimate or not, that's fantastic work.
Yeah, say what you want about pressing Q. It does take a bit of skill to be in the right position to press Q well.
Yeah, I'm just a pub rager. The Reapers on pub who want to get their kills by pressing Q. But that was classy play. Picked up a quad kill. Render and taken on top of the horseshoe here. And the boys are down on the point trying to defend. Split gets his charge on. Split gets knocked on his ass. I think 2 Reinhardts collided at the point there. And they both went down hard. The transporter has stopped. Oh, there's a res. Sochi's up again. Ducks his way off to the side. Comes back swinging. Picks one up. Picks 2 up off his ultimate. Oh, there comes the res in return, though. Taken. And the barrage from above as well. And they're going to roll the payload into it on this one. 6 minutes, 11 seconds left. They had plenty of time on the clock. And fantastic win there to Conviction.
To Global Sanction.
Yeah, it's all right. I got it wrong. EJ, get some. Oh, and it is taken. Bit of mercy action again. Let's see what he's got.
Oh, and he didn't even die at the end. Well done.
Yeah, pretty impressive. That's probably why he got Player of the Day. Plantronics Player of the Day was Taken Not Dying. Congratulations, Taken. That we have a play of the MVP, I should say, a Plantronics MVP to pick from this match. And who do you think? GyMaR could be a contender.
On
this
both
one.
sides, I think we saw Soundwaves really show his middle. On the defense, he was
strong.
playing that high ground, and that's how they held it, really. And then on offense, that Reaper roll was beautiful. So
Yeah.
their new pickup, Soundwaves, I think deserves the MVP of that match.
Yeah, Soundwaves was pretty good. I thought Taken's work was okay. Render on the Farah was okay, but it is Soundwaves. That's who's picking it up. So lock it in, Crisis, into the MVP nominations for this match. That was Soundwaves. All right, so that's going to conclude the broadcast for round 3 action here in the ZOWIE Gamestah Overwatch League. We will be back with round 4 action after a short break and conclusion of the other matches. Bobby J will be back in the driver's seat, and GyMaR will continue to give his expert commentary. We may be joined by Mix05 later tonight. We'll try and drag him in if we can, if he's there. And thanks for watching. EJ out. GG's.